If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That quote has haunted me for years because I keep learning that I've been doing both wrong. Here's the thing about being a founder. You think you figured something out, and then life humbles you all over again. And just a few months back, I caught myself micromanaging my team again. Not because they were failing, but because I felt disconnected from my own process. And I honestly thought I'd moved past that. But then something happened recently that showed me I just kind of graduated to a more sophisticated trap, which was managing their performance instead of shaping who they could become. And here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. Most founders hate management because we escaped bosses telling us what to do, only to become the person everyone looks to for direction. And we're all just figuring it out as we go. What I'm about to share is the pattern I keep seeing in myself and in every founder that I work with, and the shift that's transforming how I lead when these moments hit. Let me tell you about a recent conversation that changed everything for me. We've been pushing hard on content at Structure for months now, and I'd stepped back from micromanaging. I thought that I had that one figured out, but I was still feeling like one of my team members was hitting a wall. You see, they're hungry, they're full of potential, but I could see them reverting to old patterns, performance for approval, reactive decisions, needing permission instead of just owning outcomes. But the story isn't about them. It's actually about me. And here's what I realized I was doing. I was managing their performance instead of shaping their identity. Big difference. In the past, and honestly, sometimes still, I would have corrected the tactics. Do this, don't do that, hit these numbers, and follow this process. And I found myself trying to do that today. And honestly, that kind of performance management is needed in every business as well as mine, but it's always a huge drag for the founder. And it always feels like babysitting, like you have to pretend to care about checking boxes, chasing people down, or holding them accountable with pep talks or pressure. It can feel heavy, misaligned. And for me, like I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. And worse, like I'm turning them into someone they weren't meant to be. But here's what shocked me about this recent conversation. Instead of correcting this team member's tactics, something different came out of my mouth. I told them, you're becoming the kind of person who can lead your area of ownership with belief, not just templates or techniques. So keep working the muscle, shift out of reactivity and into a conviction-based posture. Like the results will follow your identity always. And in this moment, I wasn't managing them. I was actually holding up a mirror for them. I was showing this team member who they could become, not calling them out, but calling them up. And they instantly elevated because clarity and identity creates clarity and momentum. And internal motivation always beats external pressure. And that's when it hit me. I don't want to manage performance because I was built to shape potential. You see, performance is just a lagging indicator of belief. And so if someone doesn't believe they're a performer, a leader, a builder in your business, then all the KPIs in the freaking world won't move the needle. And here's what I discovered through years of making this mistake. Belief drives action. Action drives performance, and performance drives results. So your job as a founder isn't just to push performance, it's to activate identity. But this isn't just my story. I see this same cycle with every founder we work with. And one founder I've worked with was just frustrated, fed up because his sales team wasn't getting it. Those are the words he used. But when we helped him see that they actually needed identity clarity and not just more tactics, everything shifted. He said it would have taken us, weeks to accomplish what we did in these couple of days. And another founder had the same revelation. He said, I've been in this business for, 30 years and I've never seen my personal mission so clearly. But founders tell me all the time, why won't they just own it? And to be honest, I find myself asking that same question too. But the question really reveals a deeper problem, that you're trying to manage what you haven't created. Your team doesn't see themselves as owners, leaders, creators. So they hesitate, flail, react. And the truth is you can yell at that or you can shape it. Here's what I've learned through years of cycling through these patterns, myself and with others, that there are really 3 discoveries that every founder has to make somewhere along their journey. Discovery 1 is the micromanagement trap. You think, I need to control everything because if I don't, it's going to fall apart. So what I learned was the 10-80-10 rule. 10% vision, 80% let them work, 10% alignment feedback. You stay in your lane if you want this thing to work. Discovery 2, performance management trap. It's the next level, but it's still not great. You think, I need to manage their performance because they're not hitting the numbers. Well, you've got to hit numbers. But what changed everything for me is when I realized I need to stop managing only what people do. I need to start coaching who they believe, and I need to hold them accountable to their results and that belief, and the numbers will follow. Discovery 3, the identity leadership breakthrough. You realize my job isn't to build a company. It's actually to build a community, because community builds the company. And here's what keeps me humble. You can't do this for others unless you're doing it for yourself, right? So every time I slip back into old patterns, I have to ask myself, am I stepping into the next level of my own leadership? Am I moving from performer to presence? Am I moving from pressure to power? From I hope this works to I'm going to become the kind of person who makes it work no matter what. So here's what I'm building toward, and what I see possible for every founder willing to do this work. Imagine walking into your business tomorrow and seeing not just your vision playing out, but seeing your people become who they're meant to be. That's everything for a founder. And imagine your marketing reflecting your voice because your team embodies your identity. Your sales are hitting targets because your people believe they're closers, and your operations is running smoothly because everyone owns their role like a leader. Systems are important. Heck, they're vital, but even they will stall without the right identities running them. So the deeper I go, the more I see it. You don't change culture through pressure politics or performance reviews. You change it through vision, belief, identity, and that's what I'm committed to spending the rest of my life doing, helping leaders inside and outside of my company uncover their potential, holding the mirror up with love and clarity, coaching them through the mess, not just measuring their metrics. And the ones who own their identity to the fullest will win. That's it. So a quick litmus test for where you are right now. Are you correcting tasks, or are you shaping belief? Are you asking for accountability without building an identity? And are you avoiding hard conversations because you're afraid to hold up a mirror? If yes, you're managing. But the truth is, you could be transforming. That's exactly what you're meant to do, and what my Align program helps you with. We help you become the transformational leader that your vision requires, and we help you stay there when life tests you. Let's build a life and business that lasts.